Good day, grade 7. I welcome you again in this lesson. We are proceeding, we are progressing. In this lesson, we are doing an exercise that is based on the previous lesson where I was teaching you about rounding off, long multiplication, and long division. Okay. But remember, my prayer and my wish for you is that whenever you are in a lesson, focus and don't get lost. Listen attentively and understand. Then whatever you have been taught, practice and become excellent and perfect in that. So in all your studies, develop a dream that you eventually work hard to achieve. I think this will sink to your heart. Thank you. Now let's get to our lesson where we want to find out what's happening with the operation of multiplication and division. So this is the exercise we are going to do. Yes, number 1, estimate these answers by rounding off each number. Okay. Here are the numbers that we've been given. This one is division, this one is multiplication, this one is multiplication as well. Right. What are we going to do now? Let's see. Here we are dividing, okay? So 800, I'm going to round off. I'm going to round off 89 to the nearest hundreds. I look at this last digit, or even this one, because it has got 99, even if I round off to the nearest 10, it will eventually give me the same answer. Now I look at 9, which is the tens. The tens is bigger than 5. The tens, 9 is bigger than 5. So I add 1 to 8 here. So 8 plus 1, it becomes 9. So I write this one is 900. Then it's 9. Then here, these two numbers, these two digits, they become zeros. All right. This one, I am going to round off to the nearest tens, to the nearest 10. So I look at the unity. 1 is less than 5. So I cannot change the tens. The tens remain the same. So we are dividing by this one, it becomes 30. 31 rounded off to the nearest 10 is 30. Now I'm going to divide now. 900 divided by 30, right? We can do long division here. 900, let me show you long division. 900, but this one is very simple because it doesn't have many confusing digits. Okay, right. 30 into 9, it cannot because 9 is small. So we use the 2 digits. 30 into 90, 30, 60, 90. Then it goes 3 times. 3 times. Now, 3 times 30 it's 90. 3 times 30, it's 90. Right? Good. Then we subtract this 90 from 90, we get 0, 0. And we bring down this 0, and it's 0. So 0 divided by 30, right? It's 0. We put a 0 here. Do you see that? Then 0, which we have put as an answer here, times 30, it's still 0. Can you see that? 0, 0 minus 0, the answer is just 0. So our answer is 30. That is our answer for A. Okay. All right, let's go to B. B. 301 times 299. I round off this one to the nearest 100. I also round off this one to the nearest 100, right? This one is 300. Because I am rounding off to the nearest 100, I look at the tens. The tens are less than 5. So the hundreds do not change. So it remains as 3. Then these two places, we bring them down to zeros. And this one also, I'm going to round off to the nearest 100, looking at 2. That means at 2. I look at 9, which is the tens. It's above 5. So we add 1 to the hundreds to become 3. And these ones, they go down to be zeros. So it means I'm multiplying 300 and 300. Okay, let's do that. 300 and 300. Right, we are multiplying. Right, this number we are multiplying with, it's just a perfect 300, right? A perfect multiple of 100. So here, if we multiply by these zeros, we'll still get zeros. So we don't want to waste our time doing that. So what do? Because this one is 300, we put 2 zeros, which are placeholders, because we are multiplying by a number which has a place value of 100. Okay. Now, when we've done that, we start 3 times 0, it's 0. Then 3 times 0, it's 0. Then 3 times 3, it's 9. Okay. So our answer is 90,000. Good. Let's go to the next one. 285. I'm going to round off this one again to the nearest 100, and this one to the nearest 100 also. So I look at the tens. 285. 8 is bigger than 5. So I add 1 on the hundreds. So the hundreds are going to change. They become 3. And these two numbers, we reduce them to zeros. Good. Then times 110. We are rounding off to the nearest 100. The 100, we've got 1. Then we look at the tens. At the tens value place, we've got 1. 1 is less than 5. So we don't add anything on the hundreds. The hundreds do not change. They remain 1. Then these two digits, they turn back, we round them down to zeros. So the rounded off numbers, 300 times 100. 300 times 100. Okay. Since we are multiplying by 100, we put our two zeros, which are placeholders, because 100 has got two zeros. Then 1 times 0, it's 0. Then another, the same 1 times another 0, it's 0. Then 1 times 3, it is 3. Okay. And when you are doing this multiplication, remember, my pen is not stable and it's not straight, it's not perfect. But when you are doing it with your pen, make sure that your digits are aligned, units on top of units or below the units, tens on top of the tens or below the tens, going on like that. So our answer is 30,000. That is our answer here. So that is our estimated answers that we have. We get them by rounding off. Okay. If you have a question, please don't hesitate to call me, WhatsApp me, and ask what is your challenge, where you need more clarification, right? So I hope you are understanding all this. Okay. All right. We want to go to the next question. Right. The next question says calculate. What are we going to calculate? These given problems. 300 times 400. Okay. 300 times 400. Now this one is very cheap, right? 300 times 400. Okay. Because we are multiplying by 400, now we put our two zeros, which are placeholders. 1, 2. Then let's multiply. 4 times 0, it's 0. Any number multiplied by a 0 is 0. 4 times 0, it's a 0. Then 4 times 3, 12. We have 12. So our answer is 120,000. Right? This is our answer. Let's go to the next one. 375 times 220. Here we are not rounding off. We have just been asked to calculate. 375 multiply by, okay, let me just try to put this to reshift so that I may have space. Okay. 375 times 220. Okay. So here we are going to break this up and write 3 answers that we will add to get the final answer. Okay. All right. Right. We are starting with the units. If we multiply by 0, everything will be 0. Then the units, we are done. We leave it. We go to the tens. we are multiplying by 2, which is 2 tens. So we put a placeholder. The 10 has got 1 0. So we put 1 0 as a placeholder. Okay, right? Now let's work. 2 times 5, 10. Carry 1. 2 times 7, 14. Plus 1, 15. We write 5. Carry 1. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Good. Now we are now using the other 2, which is 200. So we put 2 placeholders, 2 placeholders. Then let's multiply. 2 times 5, 10. We put a 0, carry 1. 2 times 7, 14 plus 1, 15. 5, carry 1. We carry it here. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Right? So we add these two. They were supposed to be 3, but the other one is of 0. Where 0 multiplies, get zeros. So we don't need to put the zeros, because when we add, they will not change anything. Right? 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 5 plus 0, 5. 7 plus 5, 12. Carry 1. 1 plus 7, 8. So our answer is 82,500. Good. Let's go to the next one. 3,198 multiply by 700 by 750 by 750. Right? Start multiplying by 0. It will give us 0, 0. Right? What I mean is that if we say 0 times 8, it says 0. 0 times 9, it says 0. 0 times 1, it says 0. 0 times 3, it says 0. Can you see that? Now let's use 5, which is tens. So we put a 0 as a placeholder because we are now multiplying with tens. 5 times 8, it's 40. We put a 0 here. Carry 4. 5 times 9, 45. Plus 4, 49. We put 9 here. Carry 4 again here. Right? 5 times 1, it's 5. Plus 4, 9. We write it here. Then 5 times 3, what do we get? 15. We write 15 here. Okay. Now we are now using hundreds, which is 7 here. Since we are multiplying by a value of hundreds, we put 2 placeholders, zeros, 0, 0. Then let's multiply. 7 times 8 is 56. 6, we carry 5. Right? 7 times 9, 63. Plus 5, 68. Right? We put 8, we carry 6. 7 times 1, 7. Plus 6, 13. We write 3 here, carry 1. 7 times 3, 21. Plus 1, 22. Good. Now we can add all the 3 answers to get 1 answer. Right? 0, 0, 0. It says 0. We are adding. 0, 0, 0. It's 0. We are adding. 096. 9 plus 6, that's 15. 5 carry 1. We carry 1 here. 1098. 1 plus 9, it's 10 plus 8, 18. 8 carry 1. 153, it's 9. 1, 2, it is 3. Then 2 is 2. So the answer is 2,398,500. This is our answer. 2,398,500. Okay. I hope you are actually getting this. That's how we do it. Okay. Now the next question. Round off the following numbers. Round off the following numbers to the nearest 1,000 and then find the sum of the numbers. 6, 67,810, 90,909. Okay, let's see what we are supposed to be doing. We are rounding them off first to the nearest 1,000. So it means we are looking at the number which is on the place value of 100. Where do we have? This one is our 1,000, right? This one is our 1,000. This one is our 1,000. This one is our 1,000. So we are going to look at the hundreds. Here, I put on top, we are looking at the hundreds. We are looking at this 100. We are looking at this 100. Good. Now, know that if the number we are looking at to change, we are rounding off to the nearest 1,000. So we look at the hundreds. So if the number which is on the value of 100, right, on the place value of hundreds, if it is 5 and above, we add 1 to the thousands. If it is 4 and below, we don't add anything to the 1,000. But the numbers which are on the hundreds, tens, and units, we will reduce them to zeros. Even if we add or if we don't add, they will return down to the zeros. Let's look at it. Here we are looking at the hundreds, which is 8. 8 is above 5. So as it is above 5, we add 1 to the thousands. On the 1,000, we have got 7. So 7 plus 1, 8. So our answer here is 68. Now, these digits 8, 1, and 0, they come down to become zeros. 3 of them, they become zeros. Okay. Then, here, the hundreds is 9. 9 is above 5. So we add 1 to the thousands. On the thousands, we've got 0. So 0 plus 1, it becomes 1. So our answer is going to be 91,000. Then these 3, they become zeros. This one. Okay, this one we have got, on the hundreds, we've got 2. 2 is less than 5. So the 1,000 place value does not change. The number which is on the 1,000 place value does not change. What number do we have? 1. So 1 remains 1. So all these numbers, they change to become 0. We make them zeros. So our answer is 1,000. Okay. Now, the last one. The last one, 200,710. On the hundreds, we've got 7. 7 is bigger than 5. So we add 1 on the thousands. On the thousands place value, we've got 0. So 0 plus 1, we've got 1. So our number is going to be 201. Then these 3 ones are going to be zeros. So it's 201,000. That's the first step of this question. Round off to the nearest 1,000. And the second step now, so we can call this one 0.1. Okay, now 0.2 or part 2. What are we doing on part 2? Part 2, we are finding the sum. Sum, that means we are adding. Okay, let me take the biggest number. It's 201,000. Okay, so below it, I'm going to put 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and I put 91,000, 91,000, and I put 68,000, 68,000. So what is going to be our answer? Right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, we get a 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, we get a 0. 0, 0, we are adding these zeros, we get a 0. Good. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 8, it's 11. Carry 1. 0 plus 9 plus 6, it's 15, plus 1, 16. What is it doing? 16. Then carry 1. 1 plus 2, 3. So our answer is 361,000. That is our answer. Okay, that's good. Now our next question, number 4, calculate the following. Use a calculator to check your answers. I would like you to use your calculator there where you are, okay? But I am going to, let's see, wherever I need a calculator, I will check on it, but I want to use my head for now, okay? I want to use my head for now. 19,780 divided by 23, okay? Right? 19, oh, my pen is not stable today. 19,780 divided by 23, right? I'm going to say 19 is smaller than 23, so I use these 3 numbers, 197. 197 divided by 23, okay, I estimate 197 is close to 200 and 23 is close to 25, right? So if I use 8, right, 200 divided by 25, it's 8. Let me see. Now, 23 times 8. 23 times 8. 8 times 3, 4, which is 24, carry 2, right? 8 times 2, 16, plus 2, 18, 184. Can you see that? I'm very perfect in estimation. Okay, so I need 197, which means I'm only left with our main things to go to 97, 13, which are not enough to make 23. Good. So I write here 8 on top of 7. 8 times 23, it's 184. I write 184 here. Good. Then I subtract 184 from 97. 7 minus 4, 3. 9 minus 8, 1. Now, I can divide now. I want to divide 13 by 23. It can't because 13 is smaller than 23. So I bring down 8. I bring down 8. I now have 138. Okay? 138. Now, 138 divided by 23. If I can round off to the nearest 100, 138 is 100. And 25 can enter into 100 4 times, right? So if I say 23 times 4, 23 times 4, 23 times 4, 12 here, carry 1, 92, right? Which means, but I want to go to 138, which means I can add another 23. 3 plus 2, 5. 9 plus 2, 11. 11, good. Can I add another? Yes, I can add another 23, right? 5 plus 3, 8. 1 plus 2, 3. 1, 1. So I have 138, perfect. So it means 4, 5, 6. So it enters 6 times. 138 divided by 23, it's 6. Now I say 6 times 123, I get 138. Can you see that? Right? 138 minus 138, 0. Can you see that? Then I still have a 0 here. I bring down this 0 down here. Then it becomes 0. So 0 divided by 23, it's 0. 0 times 23, it's 0. 0 minus 0, it's 0. Can you see that? Then I'm done with that one. Okay, you will check with your calculator. I told you I want to use my hand. Now I'm going to the next one. I'm going to the next one. 22,134 divided by 34. Okay. 22,134 divided by 34. Good. If we divide 22 by 34, it can't because 34 is bigger than 22. So we use 3 numbers, 221, 221. Okay. Now, let us work. I know if I round off this one is 200, and this one I can round it off to the nearest 10, we can say 30. 200 divided by 30, it's 6, because 30 times 6 is 180. Okay, good. But here we've got 34. Now let me say 34 times 6. 34 times 6, 4, carry 2, 6 times 3, 18 plus 2, 20. 204. But I want to go to 221. The remainder, no problem. So I write on top of 1, I write 6 here. Then I write 6 times 34, it's 204. Then I subtract that. I add 1, 11 minus 4, 7. Here we're left with 1. 1 minus 0, it's 1. Right? Now I must divide 17 by 34, but it can't. So I bring down 3. Now I have 173. 34 by 173. Right? Let me estimate by using 5, okay? Because 204 was 6. Now let me use 5. 34 times 5, I get a 0, carry 2, 5, 17, 170. Wow. 3 times 5, 15 plus 2, 17, 170. Very good. So I put 5 on top of 3. 5 times 34 is 170. 170 here. Now I subtract 170 from 173. I get 3. Now I'm supposed to divide 3 by 34, but 3 is small. Then I bring down 4 to make it 34. Now 34 divided by 34, 1. 1 times 34, 34. Then 34 minus 34, 0. I've come to an end. So the answer is 651. 651. So our answer is 651. Now let's do the last one on question number 4. 78,475 divided by 215. Right. 215. Right. 78, 4, 7, 5. Right. Because this one is 215, a 3-digit number, we cannot use 7 or 78. We have to use 784, also a 3-digit number, right? So 215 into this one. What I know, 200 plus 200 plus 200, it's 600, right? Plus another 200, it's 800, which is beyond 784. So I know 784 divided by 215 is 3. I put 3 on top of 4. 3 times 215, okay? 3 times 5, I put a 15, 5 carry 1. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. Then 3 times 2, 6. So 3 times 215 is 645. I subtract that, right? Here, I borrow 1 from 8 to make this one 14. 14 minus 5, 9. Here I'm left with 7. It's now a 7 here. 7 minus 4, 3. 7, this 7 minus 6, 1. So I'm left with 139. That is my remainder. Good, but my remainder is smaller than 215, so I cannot divide. So I bring down 7 here. It becomes 1,397. What I know is that 200 can enter into 1,200 6 times, right? So I'm estimating. Remember, I was talking about estimation as one of the excellent tools to use in maths, right? Now, 6 times 215, I know 6 times 15, it's 90. 6 times 200, it's 1,200. So my answer is 1,290. So I put 6 here. Now, let's work. 6 times 5, it's 30. 0 carry 3, right? 0 carry 3. 6 times 1, 6, plus 3, 9. Good. Then 6 times 2, 12. Can you see that? You see that I'm getting things right. I'm using my experience now of estimation and working with digits, with numbers. So that's why I'm saying practice and be excellent, be perfect in what you are doing. When you make a wrong estimation, you can actually see it, that you have made a wrong estimation. So let's subtract. Let's subtract. 7 minus 0, 7. 7 minus 0, 7 minus 0, 7. Okay, sorry, just 7 minus 0, 7. 9 minus 9, 0. Then here 13 minus 12, 1. I'm left with 107. Okay, now to divide 107 by 215, it can't, because 107 is smaller than 215. So I give to it, in front of it, I bring down 5. Okay, now I want to find out how much do we need? How much do we need to multiply with 215 for us to get 1,075? I'm guessing again, 5. I'm guessing 5. Yes, I'm using 5 here. I'm estimating. Now 5, why I am thinking that? I'm seeing here, in 1,000, 200 can enter 5 times. In 75, 15 can enter 5 times. So 5, I'm correct. I'm just estimating. The issue is long time working with numbers. So you must also spend a lot of time working with the numbers. Okay, so now let's see. 5 times 5, 25. 5 carry 2. 5 times 1, 5, plus 2, 7. Then 5 times 2, 10. Can you see that? Now 1,075 minus 1,075. What do I get? A 0. So our answer is 365. Clap your hands for yourselves, guys. Just know that if you continue to work like this, there is no way maths is gonna beat you. You shall be the master of maths. Okay, that's very good. Now we would like to go to question number 5. Okay. Okay, number 5. Two numbers added together give a sum of 482, right? If one of the numbers is 321, what is the other? This one is very simple. Two numbers, you can call them A and B. The sum is to add, right? So A plus B equals to 482. Okay? Now, for you to get A, you can subtract B from 482. For you to get B, you subtract A from 482. So let's say one of the numbers A is 321. 321 plus B. The answer will be 482. Right? Now, what is B? What is the other number? So we said for you to get B, you subtract A from this number that we know from the total. For you to get A, you subtract B from the total. Now A, we know that A is 321. So for us to get B, we subtract 321. So we say B is equal to 321. Do you see? It's going to cross the equal sign and come here, right? And we say 482 minus 321. Do you see? 321 is a positive number. It doesn't have a negative. But when it crosses the equal sign, we put a negative behind it. That's what you must know. If a number is positive, it crosses the equal sign, it becomes negative. If a number is negative, it crosses the equal sign, it becomes positive. Even if it is this side in front of the equal sign, if it is positive and we put it back at the back of the equal sign, it becomes negative. If it was negative here on the right and we put it back behind the equal sign, it then becomes positive. That rule, you will see it as you continue and learn and enjoy it. So 482 minus 321, what did we get? Let me put them in column formatting. 482 here. 2 minus 1, it's 1. Then 8 minus 2, it's 6. Then 4 minus 3, 1. Good. So the other number is 161. Perfect. Let's go to the next one quickly. All right. The product of two numbers is 48. Remember, product, it means we multiply. So let's say our numbers are A, it's product, right? Times B. They give an answer which is 48. Let me go back. Number 5. Remember, we talked in the previous lessons about inverse operation. We said negative or subtraction, it's an inverse operation of addition, or addition, it's inverse operation of subtraction. That's why here we have said for us to get B, we subtracted 321, because in the first place, these ones, they were adding each other, right? Now here, the inverse of multiplication is division. Good. Now let's see. If one of the number is 16, let's say it's 16 here. A is 16 times B. Then we have 48. Good. What is the other number, right? So what we do here, if we know A and we don't know B, and we have the total, here A and B are multiplying each other. For us to know B, we divide A, we divide both sides by the known number. We divide by A. If A is 16, we divide by 16 here, and also we divide here by 16. Do you see that? So 16 times 16 divided by 16, the answer is 1. 1 times B is 1B. 1B. Right? If B is a whole number, remember the property of 1, the identity property of 1, right? Where we say 1 does not change any whole number if it's multiplied with it. So here 1B is the same as to say B equals 2. Now 48 divided by 6. How many 16s? 48 divided by 16. The answer is 3 here. So B is equal to 3. You get it? So A, we said it's 16 times B, we said it's 3. And their product, the answer is 48. That's correct. Just as simple as that. Okay. Let's go to number 7. Number 7. A packaging company needs to send 395 calculators to one of its branch offices. 395. If they pack 8 calculators in each box, calculate how many boxes they will need. 395. Okay. 395. Okay. So in each box, they should put 8 calculators. So how many calculators, how many boxes should we get? Then it means here we are going to divide. So 300 and let's say you can do this, divide by 8, right? 3 is less than 8. So let's say you use 2 numbers, 39. 39 divided by 8. What do we get? We get 4, which is 32. But we are doing a long division, so we are not worried about the remainder. We will get it. 4 times 8, 32. We subtract 32 from 39, we get 7. Right? Then 7 is less than 8, we bring down 5. Here it becomes 75. Okay, right? Then 75 divided by 8, it's 9. 9 times 8, 72. Then 75 minus 72, we get 3. But here we no longer have a number to bring down. We no longer have a number to bring down. So this is remainder 3. So this number is the number of boxes we are going to have. 49 boxes, right? 49 boxes. 3 calculators will remain back, will remain without a box, or they will squeeze those 3 in other boxes. But for now, full complete boxes will be 49 of them, each box holding 8 calculators, right? That's good. They will need 49 boxes. But if they want to make accurate 8 calculators and the 3 must go, it means the 3 can have their own box, and they are going to be 50 boxes. Okay, but full boxes will be 49. That's good. That's all about today's exercise. That's all about today's exercise. Please, I hope you are understanding, you have understood, you were focused, you didn't pay your attention to other things which do not help you to understand. And I believe as you were listening and you have understood and you were doing, and you will continue to do some practices for you to pass. Okay, that is the end of our exercise. Okay, so enjoy practicing what I have just taught you. We are meeting in the next lesson. May the good Lord bless all your efforts to read and study hard until you pass.